Hi, first graders. Mrs. Johnson here. I hope you are having a great day. So today we are going to read a story called A Cub Grows Up. And this story is going to be found in your hardcover reading book. So if you want to go find that book and follow along with me, you're more than welcome to do that. Or you can just follow along with me on the screen, whichever works best for you. So before we start our story, I'm going to get this in full screen so it's easier for us to see. And over here we have this bookmark, and it has some different words that are highlighted in yellow. So I'm going to say them, and then I want you to say them after me, please. Cub, eyes, learn, open, enough, air, wild. Okay, this week we're working on the O-I and the O-Y sound. They both make that oi sound. These are two words that have that oi sound. Say them after me. Join, noise. Very good, that oi sound. We want to read to find out, how do bear cubs change as they get older? How do bear cubs change as they get older? But before we read our story, A Cub Grows Up, we're going to look at some words and figure out what they mean. So the first one we're going to look at is a cub. A cub is a very young bear, wolf, lion, or tiger. So here's a sentence. We saw a tiger cub at the zoo. Another one we're going to define is the word wild. If a plant or an animal is wild, then it lives on its own without help from other people. So an example would be, there are many wild birds in my backyard. If you look over here, there's also some words that are highlighted in yellow. When I come to those words when I'm reading, I'm going to pause like this, and I want you to read them. Okay, this week we're also working on sequence of events. So when you retell a story, you want to make sure you're putting it in the right order. What happens first, next, then, and last. So if you want to take out your hardcover reading book and open up to the table of contents. And we are already on Unit 5, Week 5. Which our main story this week is called A Tiger Cub Grows Up. And our story, A Cub Grows Up, is going to start on page 128. So if you want to turn to page 128 in your hardcover book, you can do that. Or you can just follow along with me on the screen. But your story, if you're in your hardcover book, should look like this. So we're going to start. A cub grows up. When a bear cub is born, its eyes are closed, but it does not need to see to eat. The tiny cub drinks milk. It does not need to learn how. It just knows how. Soon its eyes open. After a while, the cub is strong enough to go out into the fresh air. Very good. Then it is time to join the others in the wild. The cub learns to hunt and catch fish. It must not make a noise. The cub also learns which parts of plants are best for eating. Soon the cub will be grown up. So our question was, how do bear cubs change as they get older? And when we're doing this, since we're talking about sequence of events, the order in which a story happens, I'm going to retell this story using some of those transitional words. First, next, then, and last. So I would start like this. First, bear cub's eyes are closed. It can drink milk. Next, its eyes open. It can go out into the fresh air. Then, it learns what plants to eat and to hunt and to catch fish. Last, the cub can take care of itself. So when I retold the story, I used my transitional words. First, next, then, last. Sequence of events. All right, first graders, thank you so much for listening to our story today. But before I go, one more thing. You should have this packet at home with you. And with this assignment, you always need to write your high frequency words and put them in and put one of those words in a sentence. First grade teachers, we would like you, when you're doing that assignment, we would like you to use this paper. So it already has lines on it. So when you're writing your sentence and writing your words, use this paper to help you make the letters the right way. All right, thanks so much. See you next time.